Okay, so hold on a second. Hold on. So nobody was gonna tell me that the PGR X DMC5 PV dropped yesterday. So nobody thought to DM old Regashu or like how y'all did on Twitter, send me at me on Twitter, do all these things like when it got first revealed. But when the PV drops, nobody wants to pick up the phone, give old Regashu a call. Nobody wants to go out of their way to look for good old Regashu, right? Nobody wants to do that. You know what? No, it's fine. It's all right. You know what? Hey, I haven't seen it. I've only seen a part of it because I had to see it for myself. I had to see it pop up for myself, and now I'm going to be a little worried. I'm going to be very worried, actually, about whether or not I'm going to have to struggle to see a whole bunch of spoilers that are going to be popping up here and there. I'm going to be fighting for my life trying to avoid spoilers, but I do believe that this is a promotional video. I don't think this is a cutscene. It does say PV right there, promotional video, so I don't think that this is a cutscene that was a part of the collab story that's going to be like any major story spoilers. I don't think this was, maybe this will be a cutscene that will appear in the actual story, but I don't believe that this is going to be any major spoilers. After all, we all already knew that they were going to interact at some capacity, and this is a promotional video. I'm going to be watching this off of Motoyaba's channel. Motoyaba, guys, go subscribe to Motoyaba, okay? I'll link his channel in the description. Him and people like Narushio on Twitter and stuff, they always post the latest things from CN. These dudes are great for, seeing latest information and latest PVs and other things like that. If you care to, not wait and see them on Global and you want to see them on CN. But anyways, this is a 58-second long PV. And from what I saw, Alpha Nation, the Alpha lovers, are motivated Alpha mains, the Shu gang in its entirety. You guys are going to be very excited about this because I literally started eating this up in the first 5 seconds that I started seeing what was actually going on. So without further ado, let's go into this, and then we're going to break some things down just a little bit, and then we're going to talk about maybe some, more potential predictions, because I love talking predictions with you guys in the comments section. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go right into it. Let's full screen this son of a bitch, okay? And let's see. Oh, yo, I'm so excited. Yo, I literally got goosebumps. I literally have goosebumps. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and let's see Alpha versus Virgil. PGR X DMC5 PV. Let's see it, boys. Let's see it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't think that I would see Alpha with a Bury the Light song in a video unless it was fan made. This is official. This is real shit. Yo, Alpha, I'm sorry, but you literally can't do anything to Virgil. You cannot touch this motherfucker. Oh my days. That's... yo, he's so raw. Nah, Virgil is so raw. There is literally no way. Like, he's literally not even trying. Look at your face. You're struggling. I love you. You're my BBG. But you can't. My boy Dante getting into it right now. Yo, this is one of the parts that I saw. Oh, he looks so... oh man. Okay, look, guys. Look, okay? Look, I understand, okay, so for you Kuro Games lovers, you Kuro Games fans, this is coming from a avid DMC enjoyer who knows basically almost all the lore that comes with DMC. I have been playing DMC far longer than I have been playing BGR. Look, guys, I'm gonna be 110 million% with you, okay? I'm gonna be 100% transparent, all right? Let me be perfectly clear, okay? Look, I don't care who your favorite is. I don't care if you throw 5 Lee Hyperials, 6 Lucia Pyros, 57 Crimson Weaves, 47 Crimson Abysses. Hell, you can take the entirety of the Punishing Grey Raven cast. You can go ahead and add several thousand layers of those characters, and they still wouldn't be able to even match 50% of Virgil's power, okay? Even Dante's power. Dante and Virgil, they could literally, if they wanted to, they could fart and the entire PGR verse just goes away. Okay, so I want you to know, Virgil, he's taking it easy on his kid. Now, obviously, you know, we don't want Virgil to go out of his way and, you know, just immediately kill. Look at how beautiful she is. Nobody wants to see Virgil immediately kill her. Nobody wants to see that shit. That would be boring. That'd be sad. That'd be twisted. Nobody wants to see that shit. But this shit right here, okay? This shit right here. Look how casual. Look how casual. Look at that. He does not care. He still has the scabbard over the blade, and she got her shit unsheathed. He does not give a damn about whatever it is that she's doing. Look, he looks a little impressed. He's like, man, you know, she may not have the power, but you know, she's still motivated. You know what I'm saying? He's looking. He's like, well, you know, you're doing your best. That's all I can say. And, you know, Uncle Dante had to step in because she started to try to lock in a little bit, and he was hold on. Why he looked like Henry Cavill with the side a little bit? Hold on a second. Anyway, he's out here. It looked like he was about to, you know, try and not end her, but you know what I mean, end the battle a little bit too abruptly. Uncle Dante, he came out and he was like the referee. He was like, hold on a second, guys. He came out. He said, now hold on a second, guys. Hey, Virgil, you're gonna have to, you know, step back a little bit. You're gonna have to take a step back. Because, you know, you can't be going too hard on these children, okay? You can't go hard on our children, all right? And speaking of children, I wonder where Lucia is. Where's your kid at? Hey, you know what? Nah, that's niece. That's his niece. Let me stop fucking around. Anyways, let me go ahead. Let me go back. So the fight, I actually don't even know. It looks like they're like in a random city. There's like a street down there. Yeah, it looks like they're in a random city. You know, Alpha flexing just how amazing she is at running up shit. They're falling. He literally blocked it while falling. I don't understand how the logic here works, but you know, oh, they were on a falling piece of building. Okay, this is even more bad. Wait, so she. Anyway, let me stop here. Let me stop fooling around. But clearly here, let me at least turn it down so we can like listen to the music a little bit. I'm really impressed with this. And I know that the Honkai Star Rail collab got revealed and stuff. Very interesting that this stuff is happening around the same time. Obviously I care more about this because I care more about Devil May Cry more than Fate. I haven't watched Fate, so I can't even pretend to really say that I love it or enjoy it. I've never really watched it, so you know, I'm sure I'm probably missing out on some peak, but I can't really sit here and pretend that I'm hyped for it. But it does look very cool. This looks incredible. He looks so. This is where this scene comes from for that one promotional image we saw of this. Interesting. So this probably is gonna happen in the story. Oh man, I like how there isn't even slashes where the building got cut. It's just straight lines. It's not even any diagonal shit. Anyway, that's so cool. That's so cool. So it would make sense that she would be able to avoid that, considering Matrix. She probably, because you know, you can't use Matrix against Alpha. As people know, Alpha can just move in Matrix if she wants to. I'm pretty sure we learned that when she's Crimson Abyss. Alpha can just move through Matrix if she wants to at any point. She literally just use that. She doesn't care about Matrix, so it makes sense she'd be able to avoid this judgment cut here. Wow. Hold on a second. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of that. I might need to upscale that. Might use this for the thumbnail. The details on the Yamato. Got the hair. Man, but why? Okay, the only way that I can see that she just started fighting with him is that she just started scrapping, like what she did with Black Rock Shooter. She didn't give a shit. She was willing to fight. And she just started scrapping. So, you know, there is that. There is that. She probably was the one that initiated the fight. I can't see Virgil being the one to initiate the fight with her. It would be very out of character for him, I feel. because this isn't, this isn't demon time Virgil or anything. This is more so calmed down Virgil, so I can't really see him going out of his way to pick a fight with her. He didn't go out of his way to pick a fight with Nero, so I wouldn't understand why he would go out of his way to pick a fight with her. Yeah, this is beautiful. Gets knocked back. She's just, Alpha, what are you doing? She's just really cool. That's really good. This is a really good shot here too. So, okay, I want you guys to tell me why you think it is that they're fighting. I'm gonna be very, very upset that I'm gonna have to wait for this. I'm gonna be very, very upset. I am very, very upset that I have to wait for this. It does kind of piss me off, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, anyway, let's just get right into the big meat, the big meat of all this. So, I can only assume that this might be somebody in the comments, I do agree, somebody in the comments said they got bored in the underworld, and when they tried to come back, they ended up cutting a portal into the Punishing Gray Raven verse, which would kind of mean, it doesn't mean it because Capcom didn't make it, but it would kind of mean, at least in the crossovers lore in itself, that the Punishing Gray Raven and DMC universe exist within the same dimension, okay? So that's very, very fun to think about. I think that they just arrived here, and I think that Alpha saw them as enemies. I think maybe demons might have the same frequency as hetero creatures. I think maybe she mistook them as hetero creatures, like very highly advanced, specialized hetero creatures, because after all, they are twin siblings, and they have fought hetero twins before. I don't entirely remember if Alpha fought the hetero twins, but fighting hetero twins is something that happened before. So maybe they have the same frequencies, and maybe she perceived them as a threat. And Virgil, he noticed that she was a certain way with her fighting style and everything. He wanted to fight. And Dante, he probably stopped it because he wants to figure out exactly what's going on, how it is that he wants to get back to his own world along with his brother. That's my theory. That's what I think is going on in this particular moment. I feel as though there's going to be a lot of disagreements at first between Alpha and Virgil, but Virgil's just gonna verbally beat her at every turn. I love how sassy Alpha is. Alpha is my number one favorite Punishing Gray Raven character out of all of the Punishing Gray Raven characters by a long shot. But despite her attitude, Virgil's just gonna kind of treat her like a moody teenager. I feel like, a lot of her insults are going to flop. He's going to say a lot of things that she's not going to like, and he's going to very easily get under her skin because he's even more so not very easily insulted than what Alpha probably is. And now Alpha is very secure in herself. She is very confident in herself, 100%, but I just don't think that she's got the sauce to deal with Virgil verbally. He's very condescending, even more so condescending than Alpha can be. So there is that. Even when he compliments you, it's kind of condescending. But he can show respect where respect is due. Clearly he's not even, this isn't even him trying. It's actually concerning how little power he's using here. But it does speak very accurately to the power of the demon twins, the devil hunter, the twin devil hunters. So man, this is very well made. Okay, so let me see what the comments are saying here. Alpha took Virgil's judgment cut end like a champ. Too bad Deadweight isn't here, so Dante has to get the role. Nah, I don't think Dante is anywhere near Deadweight. I'm gonna be real. The person that's Deadweight now the person that's taking the Deadweight joke would technically have to be Alpha, since Dante and Virgil are kind of a few echelons above a lot of the PGR characters. Well, not a lot. Let me stop right there. All of the PGR characters. So, I think Alpha in this dynamic, since a lot of people call her Virgil's daughter, Alpha unfortunately is going to have to take the dead weight L. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, look, it's Saber. But yeah. Tell me what you guys think. I hadn't seen it. I appreciate you guys stopping by for this video. Every time I try to make a different video, it never works out. It has to keep being about this because I want to keep talking about this. I want to keep on going out of my way to speak about this. You know what? I promise. Next video that I post will indeed be about Edge Runner's X Withering Waves, but I'm still going to mention Devil May Cry. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. Tell me what you think. We're going to have a discussion down in the comments. But anyways, I want you all to take care and peace.